my. No. Hello humans, my name is Dael Kingsmill and I am back again this week with another mythology story for you all. Now this story I originally read in this little encyclopedia targeted at kids that I have, and so when I went looking for the full story in my research, it was a little more R-rated than the version that I first read, so that was unexpected, and consider this a not safe for work warning. I mean, if you've got earbuds in, you're probably fine. Prokris and Cephalus shared a common interest in hunting, and they were quite happily married, so of course that couldn't last long. Just a couple of months or so after their wedding, Cephalus was actually kidnapped by the goddess of dawn, Eos, who thought that he was real pretty. Damn boy, you fine. You know what you should do? You should get with me. And Cephalus was like, yeah, no thanks. Yeah, but like, you know what you should really do? Is you should get with me. Yeah, look, no, I'm not interested. And I'm actually married. And I'm in love with the woman that I'm married to. So this is just not gonna really work for me. After a lot of the same back and forth going on, Eos finally realized that Cephalus was serious and he wasn't gonna cheat on his wife with her. Sick and tired of all of his fidelity and all this monogamy nonsense, Eos finally gave in and said, fine, you know what? Go back to your wife, go back to her, but I will bet you a whole $5 that she won't be faithful to you. Excuse you, said Cephalus? She is totally faithful. She is the most faithful. Okay, well, prove that. Fine, I will. Fine. So in order to get this little wager underway, Eos transformed Cephalus's face so that he would look like a total stranger when he next encountered his wife. And she gave him a bunch of magnificent treasures and gifty things with which to test Prokris. Riches galore! Keep in mind that in some accounts, it's been 8 years now since Cephalus went out hunting and never came back. And here he is, strolling up to Prokris with his brand new face, jangling the rich stuff, and he says, hey, you know what? I'll give you all of this fortune if you have sex with me. And Prokris is like, nah, not really interested. I'm actually technically married and don't really need this stuff. And so Cephalus, really pushing this test to the limits, says that he will double the godly goodies if she just has sex with him. Yeah, okay, you know what? My husband's been missing for like 8 years anyway, and this stuff is shiny. Sure, fine. Let's have sex. Aha! You were unfaithful. And Cephalus somehow reveals his true identity, like pulling off a mask. I'm not exactly sure how that works when his face was transmogrified by a god, but I mean, somehow he's like, aha, I am Cephalus. This is me. I caught you, and whatever. So now they're both in a huff about what the other just did, and Prokris goes off by herself for a while to just hunt and take her mind off stuff, you know? Eventually, Prokris winds up in Crete, where King Minos consults her about a very specific problem he's having. You see, his wife, Pasiphae, getting sick of all of his philandering with other women, put a spell on him. A spell that makes it so that if he's off getting it on with another woman, upon reaching climax, he will ejaculate wild beasts. Snakes, scorpions, millipedes, that sort of thing. It's a little bit embarrassing and a little bit painful. For him and the woman. Lots of pain. I swear, between this and Pasiphae's fling with the bull, this couple are more dysfunctional than even Hera and Zeus. And that's saying something. Although having said that, there is one version where Minos just has this dilemma. Like, it's just occurred naturally, I guess. And if that's a thing that's happening, you need to get that checked out. Anyhow, he's come to Prokris for help, for for goodness knows what reason, and she comes up with an inventive solution for his unusual sexual predicament. Daedalus style! Like Pasiphae had Daedalus help her with her weird thing, and now Minos is getting Prokris to help him with his weird thing. This is, it's such a weird, why does anyone go to Crete? This kingdom and this couple need professional help. What kind of professional? I don't know. Maybe all of them. So, to fix this, oh boy. They put a goat bladder into a woman. Yeah. You know what I'm getting at. So that when the scorpion emission went down, all the wild beasties would get caught. And the woman wouldn't explode to death. And so that Minos could, I don't know, I guess, empty himself? Problem solved! Is this like a one-time fix? Like, does he have to do this every time? Or is there only like a certain amount of animals that are in? Okay, you know what? There are some questions that you don't need to hear the answer to. So, that happened, and Minos in gratitude pointed Prokris towards the company of Artemis, saying, you like hunting, right? No, Minos, you can't have a normal conversation with her after this. Not gonna happen. So Prokris trots off over to Artemis, and Artemis, after hearing her story, says, wow, you have had a lot to do with sex in the last little while, which, unfortunately, isn't what I really look for in my chaste virgin huntresses. You understand. But you know what? You seem like a nice kid, so why don't you take this hunting spear that never misses and this hunting dog that never fails to catch its quarry? It's a gift. It's a gift from me to you in exchange for you never telling me that bit of the story about Minos ever again. Prokris takes the gifts and devises a cunning plan. Heading back home, she cuts her hair short and dresses as a man so that she may approach Cephalus as a stranger, the same way he had her. Hey there, fellow male, she said. I have here this shiny magic spear and this fancy magic dog that I will give to you, perfect for hunting, if you just agree to have sex with me. Cephalus is in straight away. He's basically pants off, ready to get it on already. And he's like, are you kidding me? Magic hunting gear? Yes, I will totally have sex with you. Aha, said Prokris, revealing who she was. Who's unfaithful now? So the two of them have a good laugh and they make up and they get back together. Cephalus takes the spear and the dog out hunting every day. Prokris joining him from time to time, which is nice. Then one day, Cephalus's servant comes back from the hunt and tells Prokris that he overheard Cephalus calling to someone named Aura, calling for them to come to him, and assumes that the man's having an affair. Prokris is shocked. She must be some kind of a beautiful nymph. Or maybe, what if the servant actually misheard Aurora, another name for Eos? What if Cephalus was secretly sleeping with Eos behind Prokris's back, despite everything the couple had been through already? The next morning, while it was still dark, Cephalus rolled out of bed as usual to go off hunting, and Prokris followed him discreetly. After a while of running around in the forest, Cephalus gets puffed out, so he stops to take a rest, shouting out to a breeze to come and cool him down already. It's really hot, okay? Who cares if the sun's not up yet? It's really hot. Oh, Aura means breeze. It's not a woman's name at all. He was just shouting at the elements the way that I shout at the sun when it tries to kill me, because it's my enemy. Sun. Feeling pretty silly now, squatting here hiding in a nearby bush, Prokris starts to get up to go and sit with her husband. But hearing the leaves rustling behind him, Cephalus assumes that it's a deer or something, and he whirls around hurling his magical hunting spear his spear that never misses. It shoots off into the scrub just as the sun begins peeking over the horizon. Probably actually peeking, because remember, Eos kind of caused this whole thing, so she's over there, being the dawn, just spying on all that's going down, probably having a good old giggle to herself. And the spear goes right through Prokris, and she starts dying. So she dies and he gets exiled. Fun! You know what, honestly, I'm surprised that William Shakespeare didn't write any plays about this story, because it is right up his alley. So, that was the story for this week. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, then hitting the like button below the video or sharing the video on your favorite social media website really helps out, and I'm really grateful for it. While we're at it, if you are on social media, so am I, and you can find all of those linkity links in the description below. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to the channel for more videos like this every 2 weeks and just weekly videos in general. I also wanted to mention how many of you drew maps of Australia for me after last week's video. Those were spectacular and it made me really, really happy. Yes, humans, yes, you done good, you do good, good is you. So a big thank you for that. Apart from that, I do believe that that's it. I'm done, and I'll see you some other time. I really hope I didn't forget anything. I am sick of being the guy who eats insects and gets the funny Cephalus. So what I did is said Cephalus instead of Cephalus. I'm pretty funny.